Should Stephen Guilbeault pay back the $254 million? Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was researched and written by one of our Wake Up Canada News contributing reporters. Well, now that the truth has finally come to light that hundreds of millions in public green money flowed straight into a company he once worked with, a company he reportedly still held shares in, and a company that just happened to benefit massively under the very government he was part of, we need to ask a question that every Canadian deserves an answer to. Should Stephen Guilbeault pay back and be forced to pay back that money? Now, full transparency. For years, this entire scheme was sold to the public as environmental investment, green innovation, and climate solutions. But the deeper people dug, well, the more it looks like the same old political shell game. Billions being handed out with almost no oversight, no transparency, and no guardrails to protect taxpayers. Now, when a minister is tied to a company that ends up receiving astonishing sums, not $5 million, not $50 million, but $254 million, then we're no longer talking about optics. We're talking about basic honesty, and we're talking about conflict of interest. We're talking about whether a public office was used to funnel money to insiders under the cover of saving the planet. If the public money was awarded under false pretenses, if the process was corrupted, if the public was misled, if the beneficiaries were linked to a sitting minister, then yes, absolutely, the person connected to that money should be held responsible. Anyone else would be. If a private citizen did this, well, they'd be in handcuffs by now. If a CEO did this, they'd be facing securities fraud. If a bureaucrat did this, they'd be fired and investigated. But because it happened inside government, suddenly we're told it's complicated. Suddenly we're told, move on. Nothing to see here. Suddenly we're told to accept that $254 million can just vanish into a politically friendly company. We should pretend it's all perfectly normal. Not anymore. No chance. Not when Canadians are struggling to pay rent, feed their kids, and keep the lights on. Public money must be accountable. Ministers must be accountable. And if any part of that $254 million was granted improperly, illegally, or through the abuse of office, then Stephen Guilbeault should absolutely be held financially responsible for returning it to the Canadian people. Because the rule is simple. If you misuse public money, you pay it back. Period. The public deserves a real investigation, not a political smokescreen. And if the investigation confirms wrongdoing, conflict of interest, or abuse of authority, then he should face the same consequences any Canadian would. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials, including Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and our website at wakeupcanadanews.com. Till next time, remember you're the voice, and it's time to make it count. I'm Brad Wilder. I'll see you soon.